Good morning, and we are live from Moama Bowls Club on a slightly warmer morning than yesterday. I'm Jimmy Whitehead, joined again by Tony Sherwill.
Morning, Jimmy.
Here for the Victoria New South Wales Women's Open side game. Test 3. It's currently 2-0 the way of New South Wales, so it's beyond Victoria, but they'll be wanting to take a win in this game to lead them into nationals, which kicks off at the start of October.
A little bit of redemption today will be what they'll be seeking. Trial a few different things. We'll have met about it last night and this morning, trying to work out a way that they can arrest the results from yesterday.
So it was the last of our 2 trial ends, and Sophie Kurzman is the lead here for Victoria. She'll get us kicked off. The rink is Doolan playing second, Michaela Long is the third, and then Jess Wallace is the skip for Victoria. And on the New South Wales side of things, we have Angela Platt leading, Kate Matthews is second, Sam Ferguson is third, and then Anne Johns skipping. So Sophie from the Club Sunbury Bowls Club, under the tutelage of Mark Cowan there, Eka. Over in the UK, Eka, Tone, is he at the moment?
I believe he is, yes.
Umpiring duty. Oh,
Yep.
Great start by Sophie.
We're all a little bit
Bleary-eyed
tired this morning, and there's some red eyes around
Yeah, what a
after
night.
watching a golden night for Australian bowls.
What a night.
Absolute cracker. The atmosphere here at Moama Bowls Club last night, watching Ellen and Chrissy in their gold medal match early was amazing. Can only imagine what it would have been like over there. And of course, for those of us silly enough to stay up until all hours watching Aaron Wilson, aka myself and quite a number of others, we're feeling it a little bit today, but
Well, at
can't
least
complain when you get 2 golds.
Well, at least he didn't keep you up too long. He got it done as quick as possible. He was very thoughtful, was Disco last night.
He was. Very kind of him.
Angela with a great reply to Sophie, and then Sophie just going again. What a start so far. We saw this yesterday. We got off to a firecracker yesterday morning. So the girls here straight into it. Yeah, we'll keep you updated, Brenda. We've got, so on we've got the men's adjacent on the same green, as the women here. We've got the under-25s have moved undercover today. They're on the 4-anchor at the back, and the over-60s are outside on the grass. Now, that was a bit of a deliberate attempt by both sides to push the over-60s onto the grass. Over-60s don't get as many series as the open sides, and they're playing up at Broadbeach for the Nationals in October, so they just want to get them some time as a team on grass, and both sides sort of agreed to that pretty much overnight. Over a couple of lemonades. So yeah, we'll keep you updated with the over-60s. So across the sort of series, we've got 2-0 to the Open women, 2-0 to the Open men, both away in New South Wales. So both test series sort of done as an overall contest, but plenty to play for, especially for Victoria. And look, New South Wales too, they've got a series coming up in 2 weeks. They've already picked the side for that, so some players playing today that aren't playing in a couple of weeks' time. They've got a bit of a point to prove. We've got the under-25s next door, so the girls are 1 apiece in that. The boys are 2-0 the way of Victoria, so plenty to play for in that girls under-25 series. And the over-60s, the men from Victoria are 2-0 up, so unassailable there, but the women are locked at 1 apiece, so that's one to watch today. We'll send Mel up and get some scores as the game kicks off further up there. So this head developing real nicely. Trish Doolan dropping one in as well.
Great first bowl, and quite often see, you know, slightly loose head the first end or two until players dial in, but Trish Doolan taking no time to dial in. Her first was an absolute belter, drew some high fives, and her second
Rippers.
Is a cracker.
Many of you would have seen Trish Doolan in the AO pairs final. Who'd you go down to in the end?
There's a good question. I'm sure somebody will tell us.
Oh, I know. The girls from New Zealand.
Yes, it was. Yes. Cook
Paris,
Islands,
yeah, Cook Islands, yeah.
New Zealand, I think, yes.
Well, Kate Matthews out. Cracks the egg on it.
Yeah, well played.
She's still down, but that is a lot better looking for New South Wales. So what Michaela Long will want to do here is get to the jack first on the forehand, try and tickle it back over to them Victorian white bowls, one with the red speckles and the all white. She's close, Tone. Very
It was
close.
a very good effort and a handy home.
Cracking bowl.
So this is Sam Ferguson. Of course, we had her twin, Natalie Nerona, on the stream yesterday. This is Sam Nerona, of course, now Sam Ferguson.
Did I get it right?
Married to Dave Ferguson, you did?
You know I know. Sorry. I knew because she was wearing shorts yesterday and Nat was wearing trousers, so I went in. As long as they've gone the same, I'm pretty good. Yeah, look, Gail, we would have, but all the selectors wanted the over 60s out on the grass to give them some practice for nationals, so not a lot we can do about it. But we'll keep you updated. We'll run up there pretty regularly, let you know.
Yeah, it's certainly. I mean, the overarching aim of the state series, 1 to win it, but 2 to prepare yourself for Ali Shield, Marge Morris, and the nationals and the over 60s men and women. So anything they can do to prepare better, i.e. playing on grass as opposed to synthetic, we fully support.
Wow, this is a hell of a start from all players.
It is.
Terrific bowls by Sam there. She's probably holding 2 now, and it was a pretty good head setup for Victoria before that. She just drew 2 shots.
So other matches here in the women's. Cass Millerick skipping for Victoria up against Dawn Heyman.
That'll be a cracker.
It will. And Lisa Phillips up against Kay Moran. So you'll see those scores on your screen.
Dave Ferguson, Dean O'Neill in the men's, Lee Schreiner, Maddie Flapper, and Brett Marney and Aaron Tees. Jess Wallace from the Lilydale Bowls Club. She's trying to make something happen here, and she's pretty close, Tone. Where's that jack going? Oh, back to the yellow of Angela Platt. So they're still down, Victoria. You know Anne Johns fairly well, don't you?
I do, and well, aside from being an incredibly talented lawn bowler, is the co-CEO of Bowls New South Wales. And, morning. A cracker of a person too. I was talking to her this morning. I couldn't remember whether it was 8 or 9 Australian Open titles that she's already got. And to be fair, I think she could have had another one this year, but chose not to play.
Oh, wow.
And, chose not to play in lieu of home duties.
So she got through the pack, kicked the jack. She was probably slightly more aggressive than I thought she was going to be with that bowl there. She's got the touch and gone in the ditch, but I'm pretty sure Trish Doolan's white and red speckle has shot. It's pretty close with the yellow. It's hard to see at the angle we're at. Morning, Barb.
That was an absolute belter of a game, that last.
Oh, it was ridiculous.
Well, the last half a dozen ends or more were all brilliant, but the last bowl from Ellen Ryan.
Talk about pressure. She backed herself to do it as well. Just peeled it out perfect.
Well called by the 4 of us in the car.
Oh, yeah, we were watching in a car.
Supposed to be on our way out for dinner. We were late because we were glued to that, watching it on a postage stamp sized phone. And if 4 of us huddled around.
And if you're me, I just kind of sat there and enjoyed the ride. I was stoked to see the girls win, but being English, I was also happy it went the other way. I had a dog in either side. It was good.
I think the good guys won, that's for sure. Good to see 2 people playing for each other.
Ooh, no turnout there for Anne. She's playing with Conquests.
Okay, looks to be 1 to the VICs.
Was 1.
In this first end. So Matt's up a fair way. Jack looked to be getting to about the tee. Spot on the tee. Sophie Kurzman using a Henselite White XG. Size 2. Of course, she's in pretty good form too. At the semi-final of the Australian Open Fours this year. Not long out of underage company too, so
Yeah.
a very bright future ahead of her.
Gone good again here. Angela Platt on debut for New South Wales.
She is, yeah.
Series.
She's played under 25 before, but also using a Henselite bowl. A XG, yellow, size 3. She did get a bronze in the National Fours a couple of years ago, so played under 25 for New South Wales before, but on debut here.
Sophie doubling up. 1 on, 1 behind. Pretty good leading by her. It's a big high five from Tris and Michaela as she goes back. So Andrew with a bit of work to do as Dawn Heyman collects a 2 next door. Can she just hold her head here, Ange? I think she's gonna. It's a superb bowl.
Yep, well played.
So this rink is playing differently. We're down half a rink from where we were yesterday. Just that didn't swoop as much as
That
yesterday
side.
did.
Yep. Players will get used to that pretty quickly though. So Tris Doolan also using a Henselite XG, size 3.
Turn Sophie's note. She'll drop into the ditch. Just pick that bowl up. Her partner Tim watching on in the background. Jess's.
Nice bowl in here.
Yeah, good stuff from Kate Matthews there. Bit of a target now, so I expect to sort of see similar weight from Tris. She will be attacking at this. There's no point trying to just draw in nice and gently.
Yep. Doesn't want to be narrow. She's got options if she's a little wide.
It's not a stacker
Doesn't
turn
want
out
to
there.
be that wide. No change.
She will stay on this time though, which is pretty handy the way the head's setting up.
Yep. So Kate Matthews out of the Powerhouse Raymond Terrace Club. She's using a Greenmaster Premier, size 3. Also on debut. Former under 25. And did win a national title in the triples with a couple of pretty handy players alongside her. Natasha Van Eldick, Jen Delves.
Yeah, right.
All from the same club.
Got a bird flying across the rink.
Yeah, it's like he can't get out.
There he goes, he's out.
One of Pidge's pigeons, is it?
Oh no, we've got 2 birds in here now. This is going to be Pidge, he nearly hit Pidge the bird. Oh,
Yeah, Michaela just playing with enough purpose.
that was great. What a bowl.
Edges the jack back. That was always one of the options. Was jack or bowl were both pretty good. Jack just sits nicely on a Victorian bowl.
Yeah, it's difficult now for New South. They're going to want to try and get through any of these gaps here. There's a gap there. But I think for me, if you come in with the first bowl, try and move a few of these bowls out of the way, clear it up, give yourself options later on.
Break down the wall.
Yep. So Sam will want to just, she probably won't get the shot out of this, but just move one of them bowls. She's slightly narrow. Gets off Angela's and just plops in. Doesn't quite stay up. And gets completely confused.
And John's nearly picked up the wrong bowl, but all good.
So Jess quite clearly telling Michaela where she wants that bowl. Just another counter without creating too much of a target. She's gone good again here, I think, Michaela.
Yeah, 2 good bowls.
Good start by her. From the
Quite
Whittlesea
second
Bowls Club.
shot, but good effort. Sam Ferguson from Engadine Bowling Club in Sydney, using a Henselite Dreamline XG. Size 3.
She's probably gone less weight than I thought. She's gone back on the draw. She's on a very good line. Just see, that's the danger with that sort of draw shot. Is she's now creating more of a obstacles for Anne Johns to try and get through. Thought she'd have been more positive there.
And Johns, of course, hails from Scotland originally, so she'll be used to that sort of promoting through game. Has a ton of bowls ability. Nothing really seems to phase her too much either. Always seems a happy customer on the green.
Yeah, and off it, she's... No, I'm not going to go there, don't I? She laughed off some grumbles of someone this morning.
Great weight there from Jess Wallace. So Anne Johns, also from Engadine, so the back end of this rink, both from Engadine. She's using a Drake's Pride Conquest, size 3.
See, this is a good bowl by her because now it's a lot more open. And that bowl's actually gone through a great place for a trail for the Jack now.
And that was probably the shot you were calling for Sam Ferguson second.
So Jess will be trying to get past her own. She's maybe a little quicker than she wanted to be, but gets a result off Michaela and pushes Michaela probably where she wanted to draw, so it blocks that. There was sort of two bowls over there. There was Anne Johns, you can just see, but there's also Ange Platt's yellow just out of screen. So if the Jack went back to that part of the rink, they could make a number New South, but by hook or crook, Jess has managed to get a bowl there and add another one into the count.
A very good bowl, but an even better result.
I think Anne's just a bit high with that pace. So it'll definitely be 2. Yeah,
it is.
Just the 2.
2 to the VIX, that's 3 zip. Early days in this one.
Similar tactic lengthwise, or change it when it's working. Sophie Kurzman's gone pretty well the first couple of ends, so let's see if she can continue that. There's a few for the VICs that'll be playing for places at the Nationals as well. There's Kylie Whitehead to come back in, and she's back from being over in England at the Com Games.
Yep.
Possibly Carla. So plenty to play for the Victorians out. Ange Platt jumps on it. Draws a good response from Sophie.
Well, almost falls against the bias.
It's playing a bit funny, that hand. I'm sure I'll get the blame because I've moved them up half a rink. Everything else has been my fault the last couple of days. So.
There we go, that bowl does finally fall. It was on an angle where it was always going to.
Ange Platt. What a bowl. What a bowl. You put it that close, I'll just draw one closer.
Easy game, right?
Very easy from here. Triss is just going to want to hold her head a little bit. She just draws one close. No one's missing here.
Nope. Talent galore.
Well, Kate Matthews changed her head last end. She was just trying to arrive into that pack there. She's pretty close. Just got to hold her head. Kind of slightly duck under. Even bring Tris's down. Jess sort of signals that's now the shot. The white ball with the red speckles. Might pay for Victoria to change this up first, I think. Just get the tap on Tris's ball. Stand it up. Maybe push the jack back to Sophie Kurzman's. She's sort of going out the back. She wants... It's okay. You're going to predict that this jack's moving, so 9 times out of 10 it goes backwards. You'll be okay there. Kate Matthews is close here.
This is a good track.
Oh, just couldn't quite sit it back down. Stood it up. Fell back.
Centimetre further. And that bowl rocks over and pushes the jack back. McKay no longer be looking to remove the Angela Platt bowl.
She's close as well.
A little hook at the end.
Oh, Michaela, that's
That
a
is
superb bowl.
cracker.
That's a superb bowl.
Likely tune out of the VICs.
You can sort of see what Anne's indicating. Forehand, catch the edge of Kate Matthews' turquoise aqua bowl, whatever we're calling it, green. Just any movement in the front bowls is good.
Nice, smooth delivery.
Close.
Very close.
Oh, what a bowl. Plays it through, takes Tris's out. The good thing as well for New South, there's only one bowl left in that head of Victoria now. So they've got plenty of options to be aggressive. This has been a superb start. Like, no one's missed. Everyone's had an impact already.
Well, that's your fault, Jimmy.
So, look, it's still a good home.
It is.
Right at the back of the green now, gives them another option.
Commentator's curse.
Yeah. Who did you put the mockers on?
Yeah, I know. I've just got to stop saying things, I think.
Bit of coverage for Sam there. She
Yep.
goes out the back.
Smart play.
Right, Vic's with the work to do now. After it was looking pretty good for them. After Michaela played a great shot before. I think Jess will just try and draw in here on the backhand, get a little feather of the jack. That's her white ball, Sophie Kurzman's, just to the left of the jack as we look at it.
Lisa Phillips killing an end. Draws the applause of her rink mates.
Jess. Terrific weight for that shot. We're still all in hoodies on this green. No one's in a... I don't think we've seen a hoodie off the entire 2 days.
No, it's...
It is warmer today.
It's slightly warmer, but not really warm enough for the polo shirts to come out. New South Wales team took some team photos earlier, which is about the only time we've seen their shirts this weekend.
That's a very, very good home for Anne Jones. There is a shot on for, well, there was a shot on for Vic of going through the two front of New South Wales.
Dean O'Neill's just spoiled ahead over there, and a couple of bowls went about 2 rinks over. No one seemed too fussed about it, though.
Just let him roll. Oh, just a bit firmer with this one. Close your eyes, Tone. Oof. Nearly.
Yep. A good chat to Ray Pearce this morning.
Oh, yeah.
A nicer man you will not meet.
He's a ripper.
Just an absolute cracker of a bloke. Plays incredibly well too. Dawn Heyman makes a little cameo, comes in and picks up the bowl for Ann Johns.
He's getting some air time. The holding one, that's not going to change anything out there. Might just be practicing a draw shot out wide. The rest of our rink are laughing. 1 a New South. So they're on the scoreboard.
One rink over, Lisa Phillips has come over to pick up the ball for Cass. Slipped out of her hand and nearly got Cass on the toe.
Oh no. It's all been played in good spirits. I can just see Lisa and Dawn Heyman having a bit of a laugh.
Yep.
Rinks next door. Everyone seems real comfortable and happy in each other's company, which is good.
So Matt right on the tee now, and Jack's probably 2.5 yards in. So longish end here. First end where New South Wales been able to control the length.
And Platt was pretty close with her first. A bit of noise coming from the under 25 game and the green behind.
Well, it was the over 60s making a fair bit of noise on that green yesterday, so maybe it's that green. 4 rinker, but just everyone's a bit closer.
Yeah.
Gets them up and about. Soph's weight was good with her first. Just needs a little correction with her line. Dylan Fisher's in long pants today.
You don't see that often.
No, I don't think I've ever seen him play in long pants. Almost always in shorts, but yeah,
right,
spot to finish.
I'll go and get some early scores from the over 60s. I'll have a quick look.
Yep. Great shot there from Kate Matthews. Line very good from Doolan. Yeah. Great shot, Doolan.
It's pretty close at the back. New South Wales men leading by about 4, and the New South Wales women leading by about 2.
Okay.
Tell you who's having a debut to forget. He's our state coach, Mr. Ian Ewing, currently 7-0 down on his rink. Just passed someone and they shouldered all the blame on him.
Fair enough too.
Stepped in today as Mikey Pearce isn't well.
He is eligible for over 60s, but elected not to play and concentrate on his coaching duties. But as you say, Jimmy, somebody not well enough to play. He's a fairly capable stand-in player. Track was pretty good from Michaela Long, just a touch short on that one.
We lost camera.
Lost one camera, which we've got Brad feverishly working on now. Yeah, great effort by Sam Ferguson.
Just holding around. So the jack's sort of just to the side of the white one behind the yellow one as we're looking at it from this camera angle. Brad's trying to fix that camera at the back. Johns looks freezing.
She does, doesn't she? She started out in shorts yesterday morning and then progressed to longer pants in the afternoon.
She hasn't learned for today.
No, she's gone to shorts. Playing with purpose here. There will be contact, but unfortunately, it's not on the Victorian bowl. Moves Sam Ferguson's bowl. Not out of it, though, in fairness. Sits in behind, still to be used. Jess just talking things over with Michaela about shot selection. Go. We've got the camera back. Well done, Brad. You can see the shot is a Victorian white bowl. And John's looking to have something to say about that. There's going to be contact.
Ooh.
Yep. We should get the jack
got a
back
result.
far enough.
Yeah, I think
she
got a
does.
result out of that.
It'll be hard to get to with a wall of bowls in front too. I presume the shot here, Jimmy, is to try and promote The bowl that you see sort of 11 o'clock from the jack. The white bowl of...
Yeah, she has to be
Doolan.
careful the pace she goes. Vic have nothing behind the jack, and it's all New South. It's just an overdraw.
Yep. Try and turn over the Doolan bowl a couple of times.
And it gets a bird on the way through.
Same bird. Having a great day at the bowls.
Wouldn't have been the way she would have wanted to get it either.
No, that's right. So no change there. So New South Wales pick up another one. They trail 2-3. Vic took the first two ends. New South taking the last two.
I feel like there's a pattern emerging here.
Yep. Same tactic. Relatively long end. What can Ange Platt do?
An update on the under 25s. The girls, New South, Victoria lead 4-2 in both the fours and the pairs formats. And the boys, Victoria lead in the 4-7-3, but are down 5-2 in the pairs. Tim Cromick. A question. Kate Walker. I don't know, to be honest. We'll do some investigating, Bob.
Kate Walker is in K Moran's rink, so I don't think they switched them, but let me have a look at what they originally announced. No, Kate Walker was originally announced as second to K Moran, so...
Unless you're thinking of the Queensland upcoming test.
Yeah, it could be different for there.
Which they play in a couple of weeks, New South, at Tarrant Point. Probably the loosest end from the leads. In fact, definitely the loosest end so far from the leads.
Yeah, they've been very, very good to start with. The first end or two were bang on.
They're both scared of that front bowl of Ange Platt's because they've both been playing the backhand. So maybe that's just put them off the change of hand. Yes, Kate Matthews draws the shot. Still room for Tris.
Stands right on the corner of the mat. I never noticed that with Tris Doolan. No real need to stand anything different to normal for this particular shot, so I presume that's her normal stance. But
Yeah, she's always over the side.
yeah.
Very meticulous in the way she delivers a bowl. Just
Yeah, always a practice swing beforehand with no bowl in hand.
sort of bounced that one away. She didn't like it at all. She looked over at the side like someone distracted her. Just a bit short. Yeah, something rattled her then.
I don't know what it was. Whether there's somebody walking past might have made a bit of noise or something right on the Top of the backswing. Does present a couple of problems now for Vix. Well, that one's really nailed it. Vix will be looking to get one on the head.
It's a very, very good bowl and a very good result from Sam Ferguson there. Pushes her own. Kate Matthews bowl in and onto the jack. Okay again here, the Sam. She's probably been the pick of the bunch so far. Almost every end she's involved in what's happening.
It's a better track.
Yeah, something's going to happen here. She can get down and finish. Oh, Michaela just didn't have the legs, but cuts the count down to just a 1 now to New South Wales.
Not a bad head on one rink over. Cass Milrick against Dawn Heyman respective rinks. All of the bowls would be within about a yard. And Miles not happy with herself though with the delivery there.
She's ropeable.
She has pretty high standards, Ann Miles, that's for sure.
Right, and Johns coming on the backhand. Trying to get to that last bowl of Michaela's and get it out the head, but that'll be Trish Doolan. She'll push through. Nothing really changing.
Dawn Heyman on a rink over. The bowl got 2 yards out of her hand and she just turned around and looked. And
it's one of the ones we talked about yesterday. You get them back.
Did not even want to watch it. Yeah.
If you can catch it, you get it back.
That would have been the one for her. Now, as it's turned out, it's not far off pin high. And, she's missed her line by a yard, a bit more, but just shows the standard of Dawn Heyman. She knew instantly that one was no good. And her no good is my very good.
Just trying to navigate a pretty tough path through them bowls there. She'll be very wary that Michaela's is by itself in that head. She's sort of slightly got close to it, but New South will still be looking to get rid of it.
And John's coming down to have a look. Jess Wallace taking the opportunity too.
Yeah, she's probably weighing up how much that is worth now, that bowl, the risk, now that Trish Doolan's bowl's behind the head for Vic, if Jack sort of squirts backwards to the right. That's probably why she took the extra time. It's going to go under for me.
Doesn't want to take the Michaela long bowl, so yeah, as you say, under.
Ooh.
Well,
Ooh.
there's always that too.
Be interesting to see who's got second shot now. Whether it is Michaela or it's now the green bowl of Kate Matthews, because she can see that bowl, Jess. The closest one of Anne Johns now.
I favour the Kate Matthews bowl is a bit further than what we think, but it's hard to tell from the angle we're on.
Oh, she's gonna need to get down. She's a bit high. It's a bit wide of the head. You can't see the players on the side of the camera, but see one or two. Just the one. It was just the one.
We're all locked up, Jimmy.
Yeah, 3 apiece after 5. Looks like the New South Wales men are just in front of the women, 15-12. I'll have a walk up in a second, check the over 60s, see if JR's got off the... I can see 9 on his scoreboard. I can't see he's scored again yet. Poor Ian Ewing having a debut in the over 60s to forget.
You're not going to miss with him, are you?
No, I'm actually going to go wind him up now, right in the middle of his game, while I'll go check the scores.
So Angela Platt, the Henselite XGs. Needed to run just a touch, line very good. Similar weight to her last. Guess Wallace just saying to Sophie, just pick that gap in between the two Ange Platt bowls. That's it. See this one come in, just gets a little edge off the Ange Platt bowl over to the jack. See what Kate Matthews can do. Might just find the Ange Platt bowl, she does.
So in the over 60s, New South are leading both the men and the women's. It's closer in the women's, 15-13 to New South and 19-12, I think it was, to the men's.
I haven't heard Dave Donaldson yet.
No, he's too far away.
You still hear him, I reckon. We're hearing from 3 suburbs away. Yeah, nice bowl, Doolan.
Yeah, joins Sophie Kurzman in there for Vic. Hoping this coffee warms me up.
Yeah, it's not exactly warm, is it?
Wouldn't mind a little half an hour snooze as well, after staying up late to watch the bowls last night. sure everyone wouldn't mind if we went quiet for half an hour.
Yeah. Bit early tonight, I think.
Yeah.
Good effort there again, Kate Matthews. Just chatting to Sam Ferguson before this game. She said her and her sister Nat came here to play the Moama pairs a few years ago now, but they just were not prepared for the climate at all, and sort of came with their skorts and their little sleeveless tops, and they were ready to go, and found out very quickly
It's not that warm.
Moama at this time of year can be a little chilly.
Trish just missing everything. It'll be cold in here. That'll be our next streaming event, Tone. Prestige pairs.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Always a very, very strong field. Some of the best players from around Australia and indeed New Zealand. Other parts of the world that come across one of the better tournaments in the country.
Yeah, I've seen the playing list. And the men's is unfortunately missing a superstar in myself. I'm now relegated to the commentary booth because Josh Thornton's having another weekend off.
Standard.
He's worked about 4 days this year, I reckon, that bloke.
I tell you what, though, the rest of the field does thank you for not being in there.
I know. They'll get a fair crack at the prize now.
Yeah, all breathing a sigh of relief.
Now, they're both fields for that event. It's coming up middle of, I want to say it's from about the 13th of September.
That'd be about right.
Yeah.
13, 14, 15, and then
it's the ladies first.
19, 20, 21 or so, thereabouts.
Sandwiched between a pretty cool event of ours that's about to launch, but that weekend as well.
Mum's the word on that one.
Yeah. Except up here, everyone knows about it.
Oh, okay. I may as well tell everyone then. So Vic's holding a couple here.
Ooh.
Did not want that one to go up and over.
Yeah, she stood it up and it sat back down the other way. So, trying to read Anne's body language of what she thinks that is now. I'd still back him to be holding to. Don't think he cuts anything down. It's quite a clear shot for Anne here on the backhand. Just get to Michaela's blue and white. Just work back across. Draw the jack clean. If she's a little bit narrower, she'll tip that ball over again. Green one.
Familiar cries of Cameron in the area.
Yeah.
Just in the area.
It was funny. She was, the Vic players, in a nice way, were mocking her accent last night at dinner as well.
She's an absolute cracker, Cameron.
There goes Anne Johns. Yep.
Yep.
Oh, gets stiff with that white bowl of Sophie's coming forward. Trissa's got the bowl to the two white and red speckle ones. It's close for shot. I slightly favour the New South bowl.
Kate Matthews green bowl.
Yeah.
Playing down, yeah. I think that'll be the shot bowl too. And given we've never been wrong, Jimmy.
No. Except I'll get home about 4 o'clock today and I'll be wrong from about then, I reckon.
Good news is you won't be home by 4.
Yeah, yeah. Don't tell her that. That's what I told her. So I'm wrong straight away.
Just hanging out.
Yeah. So that she's looking for that green bowl of Kate Matthews because it's holding out. Probably 2 or 3 of Victorians bowl. So
3,
yeah, playing a very positive shot, Jess, there. It's a tough one, though, because you've got to play the right weight for it to still bend to get back to the green of Kate Matthews.
And she has just shown her hand to Ann Johns. Ann Johns still giggling while on the mat.
Yeah, she's having a chuckle with Sam. That is a very, very good bowl by Ann Johns. There's no doubt about who's got shot now.
Changes this completely now.
I still feel it's a pretty similar type of shot. I need to see, yeah, that angle's the angle I wanted. She can play that similar shot, Jess, and get to that last bowl of Ann Johns and sort of work in from there and over. That's Triss's bowl at the back there. So if she gets some promotion happening, some up and over stuff, she can try and get the shot through there. Oh, look, Michaela just drew the line for us.
Michaela saw the line on the screen. So this would be where Jimmy would be drawing stuff.
I'm liking this new addition, the lines.
Getting an education every time I listen to you, Jimmy. Now I'm watching and listening.
I'd be a very good skip at high level if I didn't have to play the bowls. I just called the shots for a skip that could actually bowl. I'd be all right.
Not bending enough.
Nah, it's a funny way. She's going to chip hands in for a definite 2 to New South now. They hit the front 4 ends in a row for the ladies from New South Wales.
Jared Beath joining us.
Yeah, fair call, mate.
See
that.
Very good bowler, Jared Beath.
Good options there as well. Guess that's a good thing about bowls, hey? We all see it different. There's always different ways of getting to it. Sort of, I don't know, it's what hooks me into the sport. It's very tactical and different ways of playing it. Dawn Heyman's having a bit of a day out so far against Cass Millerick next door. 7-zip over there.
The Vics are holding 3 or 4 as it currently lies on that head. The problem is Dawn Heyman's still got 2 to come.
It was good watching her watch the girls last night. Obviously, in and around the Jackaroo setup, and she was whooping and hollering when Ellen and Christina were playing some good bowls last night, more than anyone.
Yeah.
Felt kind of privileged to watch it in people's company who played that level, of been around them sides. Maddie Flapper, Lee Schreiner, Ray Pearce.
Yeah, it was excitement aplenty in the clubhouse at Moama Bowls Club last night.
I will say etiquette went out the window though. There was a lot of booing of England bowls and a lot of clapping of wigs, so I'll be honest.
It would never normally happen, but it was a bit of a free-for-all last night. The state coach made a number of comments. What's happened to etiquette? It was all in good fun, though.
Jamie Lett's another one, actually. She just walks down the ground.
Yep.
Sophie Kurzman doesn't sit anything. I think she apologises to Jess. I think she either got a bit greedy and thought, I can see that Jack and I'm going to go it, or she just missed the weight. Kate Matthews, yet again, is in and around the Jack. She's been a very handy player so far.
It's the first time I've seen her play, but she's impressive.
Chris trying to join the head here. Struggling a bit, the VICs, on this particular end. She just misses sitting one of them bowls. So New South Wales men leading 20-16 next door. Made a similar amount of ends, 16 ends in total, so still a fair way to go in that one. Just Doolan looks pretty good for Vic here. Yeah, great bowl. Draws the shot. Still plenty of options for New South though. Can go that forehand, try and move the jack across. Backhand, just try and get there first. Even a slot inside of the jack. Will kick it back to the green and yellow of New South. Sam Ferguson's been pretty handy so far, so she'll be close, you would imagine. Close. Close. Oh, gets the jack over to Sophie Kurzman's bowl from Victoria, the white one. Yeah, Jess calling, pretty sensible shot there from Michaela. Just sort of cover these because the jack's going to go over. Get to these two wide bowls for New South, the yellow and the green. She needed that extra foot of weight there and should have been great. Yeah, through the yellow is real good, was Anne's call. Bit wide with this one. Short again by Michaela. So there's options there for New South to try and get to the yellow bowl of Ange Platts and disturb the head.
There is a lot of driving going on the other side of this green.
Yeah. I'd say it's the Vic's chasing shots because you can see Dave Ferguson's leading Dean O'Neill 14-6 and Aaron Tees is leading Brett Marnie 11-2. 8-4-2. Sorry, that's 14-6 to Lee Schreiner over Maddie Flapper.
Dean O'Neill up 8-4.
Cass Millerick on the board next door. Jags are 1.
2.
2. Updating it as I looked over.
Dane McKinnon had 2 drives over on the end rink. Brett Marnie had 2 drives and it did take all 4, but they got there. Remove bowls each time, but not enough. But they finally kill the end. And back to Jess Wallace here.
Same as Kayla, unfortunately. Great line, just didn't quite have the weight. Oh, mate, we went through in depth yesterday. Birmingham's win over Huddersfield. We were top of the league as we were commentating yesterday. Obviously, the other guys played their fixtures today, but we are flying, mate. 4 points from 6. It's as good as it gets as a Birmingham fan. And Johns is close here. Through her own. Jack goes back to Sam Ferguson's bowl behind.
Bowl. And probably Ann Johns will be second shot.
Possibly Kate Matthews
Maybe
a third.
Kate Matthews. Well, if we're going to keep going down that route, could be Angela Platt's yellow bowl, could be in too. So
I think she's played a massive conversion shot there. And John, she got it exactly how she wanted to get it. They're definitely holding a few here, so some work to do for Jess Wallace. Kayla sort of gives her a foot and says, put a bowl here and you'll go close. Someone walking in the background and the green behind. So work to do for Jess. Plenty of experience. Skips in the Premier, well, did skip in Premier League in Melbourne last year for Lilydale. She's close here, Tony. If she can get around that, she's not going to. I think they're in a bit of pain here, Victoria. It's a funny angle for us to see, but they're definitely holding, I'm going to say definitely 3. They're getting down to measure. There's 2 coming out, there's 3 coming out. 4. So this, unfortunately, if you're a Victorian or a Victorian supporter, has a very, very similar feel to the Dawn Heyman and Lisa Phillips game we commentated on yesterday, Tone.
It does, doesn't it?
Where the Vic started off, took the first couple of ends, and then the New South Wales rink just went, you know what, we're going to put this into second gear. And Dawn Heyman's rink rattled off, I think, 7 ends in a row and picked up a 6 and a 3 or something at the end of that run. And it's just got an eerily similar feel. Still a long way to go, though.
Playing this length very well, New South Wales.
Of course, New South Wales missing a few players at the moment as well from this particular side, from the ladies' side. They've got Tash to come back in, Ellen Ryan.
Jen Delves.
Yep. Karen doesn't play state bowls anymore, no?
I don't believe so, no. Pretty good opener there from Soph Kurzman. Platt with a very good response. See what Soph Kurzman can do.
Yeah, handy bowl for Soph there. In and around.
Kate Matthews just a little short. Jess calling Triss on the backhand now. Little movement on the jack. It's a good option. Back to Sophie Kurzman's bowl. This is a very good effort. Just needs some legs and has it. Absolutely perfect track from Triss Doolan. I don't know whether it gets in for second shot, but nonetheless, she drags the jack back to Sophie Kurzman's bowl. No, Valerie, no live streaming of the over 60s. They've made a decision to move out onto the grass, so we can't stream out that far, unfortunately, but we will keep you updated with their scores. Oh, great effort from Kate Matthews, just trying to rock the Ange Platt bowl over. I don't think any change, but Triss would have been looking to get around that bowl. So Sam Ferguson and Johns talk through the options. It's a pretty good track for what they're after. No change to the shot bowl, but there's a collection of New South Wales bowls as seconds. 3 of them sitting there. Quite enough steam from Michaela. She'll look to correct with her next one. So you may have heard through the effects, Mike. And Johnson, Sam Ferguson just working out if they play a little bit firmer, you can get underneath the New South Wales bowl and take out Sophie Kurzman's bowl. Tough shot. Needs to hang a little. I favour that one ain't going to do it. And Johns will still have 2 goes at it. Better weight from Michaela. Yep. Takes away one option. Does leave a little wing bowl to sit on, but Quite a good discussion, these two. Obviously, club mates at home, not to mention teammates at New South Wales level, but we always have a good discussion about each and every shot. This is just under, but it's going to do something. Well, it's actually rocked over. This will be very close as to who has shot. No one really giving any indication of whether or not it's shot for Victoria or New South Wales. It is very close. Jack is almost wedged in between the Sam Ferguson and Sophie Kurzman bowl. So Jess Wallace on the backhand. Track looks pretty good. Edges out the Sam Ferguson bowl beautifully. Absolute cherry ripe track there. Knocks the Ange Platt bowl, so 2 to Victoria. Anne Johns, of course, still has 1 bowl to come, as does Jess Wallace. Not a heck of a lot behind for New South Wales, so and John's playing with weight. It's got contact, Jack movement. Well, it's a good result. There we go, Sam Ferguson saying it's 1 to New South Wales. See what Jess Wallace can do. She played an absolute belter with her first. Looks a pretty good track. Just needs to navigate the Kate Matthews bowl. Gets the edge of. Did it do enough to get in? All right, well that's totally confused me because they're now signalling 2, so. Wait for confirmation on the scoreboard. There was signal of 1 from one side and 2 from another, so. Confusion here, Jimmy. We're not sure whether that was 1 or 2, so we're waiting on the scoreboard to be updated. One side signal 1 shot, the other side signal 2. So
I should have got the over 60s while I was out there, but
that's all right. I'll get out there soon.
Try and warm up, mate.
Jess Wallace just asking for another 1.5 foot. Safe Kurzman putting out the hands as if to say put the brakes on bowl. We still haven't had the scoreboard updated here to know whether that was 1 or 2. But
Ange Platt, great bowl.
Yep.
Jumps on the jack. New South Wales will hold. It's just got a strikingly similar feel to yesterday, this game, eh? Across all rinks.
Yep.
So Vic's with some work to do. Don't go 3-0 down overall.
I feel like the open men from Victoria are a little bit more vocal today. They seem a little bit more up and about.
But they're even further behind. 29-13 down overall.
That's the problem.
I was just talking to the 2 selectors from New South Wales there, and they said, oh, they're watching the under-25s, and he said, how's it going on this ground? I said, it just feels like yesterday, to be honest. And I think he tried to show off. He said, well, we've still got a dual Commonwealth Games gold medalist to come back in, freshly minted. True. And Tash as well, Tash van Eldik.
Who has a couple of Commonwealth Games gold medals
Yep.
to her own name. Not to mention world titles, Australian titles. Heck of a good player. There is a scary amount of talent in New South Wales, isn't there?
Yep.
Both male and female. And then you throw in a couple of new acquisitions. They get even stronger.
This is a good home
Yeah.
for Kate. In fact, she's changed the head superbly as well.
Makes
Stands
it
the
a little
ball
harder to
over.
get at. I've been impressed with her.
She's been very good, very effective, her and Sam. And that, again, is similar to yesterday's live stream in the women's game. The two,
It's
the
middle
second and
pins
third,
that did it, wasn't it?
was Jamie Lee at third and Sam's sister Nat at second, who just sort of turned the screws a little bit up the pressure on the Vics, and the Vics just couldn't go with it. Kayla close, but no cigar there.
I'm not surprised with Sam Ferguson. She's been a quality player for quite a number of years. So.
Yeah.
But and look, maybe it's just my knowledge, but I haven't seen Kate Matthews play, so she's been very good. Entries open for the Vic Open. You're looking for something to do, Jimmy. Come on down to Victoria, November 18 to 25. Not far down the road from here. Second biggest tournament in the country, played at a range of clubs across the Goulburn Valley.
We might have some international superstars coming as well. With some more info on that in the coming weeks. Fiona, good morning. Hope you're well. AM Sportswear is the producer of the Vic's uniform. Proud sponsor of Bowls Victoria, a partner of Bowls Victoria. Campbell does a great job there, the uniforms. Kit's had our staff wear as well. For those ethically minded, yeah, shop by Michaela. He's got his new Earth range.
He does.
100% recyclable shirts made from. What did he say? He came in the office the other day, didn't he? It says what?
It's about 12 bottles
water
of
bottles, that's it.
water. Obviously, the container that goes into making a standard sort of polo shirt, a size medium or large polo shirt.
So he's starting to do. He's doing quite a few clubs down in Vic now. I've seen his uniforms. Terralgan is doing theirs, and Alwood, Craigieburn. There's quite a few.
They have a great package for clubs with shorts, polo shirts, hoodies, the whole lot, bowls, cloths. So if you're looking for a uniform supplier for your club, head to AM Sportswear.
I know the players like the tracky bottoms, especially the open side and the under-25s, the skinny tracky bottoms.
Yep. Actually, Jess Wallace has some on today.
Yep. Modelling them perfectly right now.
Yep. They also service clubs all around the country, not just in Victoria. So
Jess likes this one, Tone, and if she can just get there, you can see why. Get some high fives from her rink. School teacher is Jess. I called her a couple of weeks ago and she said she was on her way to a grade 4-5 camp or something.
I'm sure she would have loved that.
Yeah. Oh, and Johns, all of
There
the
we
jack.
go.
No time for Jess to admire her handiwork. She makes that extremely difficult for Victoria to get shot as well.
And how many shots is it to New South Wales? I'm favouring that Ange Platt's bowl.
I think maybe
Right is
3.
in. And the left, you think, is in it too?
So I think a bit of damage limitation for Jess, just trying to draw on the backhand underneath the yellow, get second shot. She can get shot, but I think just second shot will be good for her and Victoria here.
Gee, she gets it away so smooth.
Bit quick, maybe.
Generates some contact.
Doesn't get any.
Nope.
Lucky.
Man, Johns has really got to follow it down in a similar track.
She's just got to beat the yellow. Draw inside the yellow. Or is she going for both the bowls?
Well, I could be wrong, but it was as if Sam Ferguson said, I think it's only one.
Oh, okay, yeah, right.
So if that's the case, it could be both bowls.
You could possibly bring in
Number one option.
Kate Matthews as well if she gets both. And they both obviously go, they're connected to each other.
Yep.
Did she ever play for Scotland and Johns, or?
I think she did, yes.
Yeah.
Underage, though.
Close Tone, very, very, very close. See ya.
She is an absolute cracker, Anne Johns.
That was 2 rippers by her. First one was phenomenal, and the second one was equally as good. There's a couple coming out, 3 coming out. I reckon that front one's in. Maybe her back one now as well. 3. Okay, just the 3. Stuffed by Anne Johns.
So we're still missing a score from the previous end that they haven't updated on the board. So.
Oh, here we go. Triss is moving over.
It was 3-9. Last end score needs to go on. So 2 to VICs in the last end, so 5-12. And all right, she'll go out and grab some over 60 scores.
Morning, Denzel. Yeah, completely correct, mate. It's been terrific watching the Aussies over in Birmingham, my hometown. It's been a good games. I've really enjoyed it. I think Birmingham have done a good job watching the opening ceremony. I was pretty proud. And then, yeah, the Aussies on the greens have been fantastic. And I was in the great position of supporting both sides last night in that final, especially in the women's pairs. Christina and Ellen, it was great to see them get up, but I was also happy for England to be there as well. Just how good is it seeing a grandstand watching a game of bowls? It's fantastic. Tone's just getting us some over 60 scores because the women's series in that is still alive, 1 apiece after yesterday's 2 tests, and the girls in the under-25s is still alive, 1 apiece. So I'm sure he'll pick some scores up from the under-25s as well on his way back. Sophie Kurzman's first bowl forced Ange to change her hand, but not Sophie. She's okay if she runs into her own. Just a bit quick. So Lisa Phillips picking up a 2 on her rink to go 10-6 in front of Kay Moran. So Vic's a bit of a lead there. Dawn Heyman picking another one up on hers. Make that one 8-4. Yeah, good stuff by Triss. It was open for her to come in and draw the shot. It's pretty handy. Kate Matthews, he's going to get onto the jack and grab the shot. She's been pretty good, pretty consistent all game. Right, opportunity for Sam Ferguson to probably sit one on top of the jack here, get a small movement of it backwards towards the yellow of Ange. She can make 3 for New South Wales. Try and start shutting the end down and making it difficult for Victoria to get shot. It's still in the open at the moment. And that is exactly what she does. Terrific bowl by Sam. Tony's got a raw smile on his face as he walks back. He's got some goss for us, I reckon. What are you laughing about on your way back, Tone?
I got talking to so many people I forgot the scores, so I'll have to go banana. So I can say from the over 60s, New South Wales women are up by 2 shots. So a close one there. In the men's over 60s, Victoria's up by about 8 or 9 shots. So
Yeah, go.
a little bit of a gap for the over 60s men, but the New South Wales and Victoria over 60s women are having an absolute ding-dong battle.
As they have the whole time. Sam Ferguson, again.
Ding-dong.
I said before our first bowl, I said it'd be great if she can just come down, just move the jack 5 or 6 inches, sit on top of it, make it tough for Victoria. And she
Did exactly
just
that.
did it.
Yeah. Quality player.
So Michaela with some work to do. I want to start bending her around about now. Oh, good ball by Michaela. It's pretty stiff
Second
with the
shot,
result.
I think.
Yeah, looks it. It's a kind of Anne Johns is she'll be in 2 minds about whether she wants to play into this head, because that jack it's most likely to go to where Sam's bowl is at the back, but if she gets it slightly wrong, Sophie Kurzman's the other side of the head.
men in the Open company look to be having a bit of a tough day.
Yeah, 33-21 the way New South.
Yep. Brett Marnie against Aaron Tees is 2-16.
They had a tough weekend, that rink. Brett Marnie.
Matty Flapper's rink looks to be 9-17 down. Which is against Lee Schreiner.
All right, Jess Wallace wanting to arrive into this head and make something happen for Victoria. She's pretty close, Tone. She likes it as well. Jess Wallace, where's this jack going? She gets an edge of it to Sophie. She does. Good stuff.
Well played, Jess Wallace.
Almost played it perfect. You can see Sam saying you're driving at this, Anne. So there's heaps of bowls to bring forward of ours. If you can get to the white, it's probably worth a couple. So off Anne goes. A bit of pace. Oh, she's close as well, Tone. She's very close to this white bowl here. Very close. Gets it.
Halves it out.
Absolutely nails it. That is a humdinger.
There is talent galore in this New South Wales team, and Anne Johns has got plenty of it.
Makes a couple for New South, that shot. Having a good chuckle about it at the back of the rink. Again, it's one of them. Just was never really in doubt, was it? Kind of always thought she was going to be close.
Yep. Well, the New South Wales manager's just obscuring that final scoreboard. So I can't quite see what's happening in the Dean O'Neill rink. Looks to be the VIC's up 11-6, if I'm seeing it correctly.
Yeah, you are.
So that's Dean O'Neill over Dave Ferguson, 11-6.
Jess Wallace trying to navigate a path into this head. Oh. Possibly cuts one out. Possibly.
Only one to New South Wales. They're going to put the tape on. Sam Ferguson doing the honours. Looks like two.
Couple. Yeah.
14-5 now. As you said, Jimmy, this is eerily similar to yesterday. Nice little close encounter to start with. The Vic's starting quite well.
I reckon that's Jess Wallace's daughter standing up watching her mum on the back of the rink then.
Future lawn bowls champion, no doubt.
No doubt. It's a partner, Tim, behind, stuffing his face with a sausage roll.
Half his luck.
Yeah.
Now you've just called him out on camera, though.
Yeah. He's a handy player himself. Plays at Lilydale with Jess.
Yep. Oh.
Nice bolt.
Sarah Boddington showing some good foot skills there.
Is there anything she can't do?
She can certainly bowl the house down, that's for sure. Saw that firsthand yesterday. Pretty good opener from Ange Platt too.
Yeah, she's been. She'll be happy with her performance. She's been real consistent. Someone making a debut this weekend in the open side, she's can be happy what she's done.
Yep. First time on a stream too, so.
Is that what she said? Yeah, awesome.
Great line from Soph Kurzman.
She can be happy with her performance. She hasn't gone the way of the camera either. So
in fact, they've all been pretty good.
We'll have her back.
I think this match. Normally it does take a bit of getting used to, so.
I think I appeared for one end on live stream last year, and I was too busy admiring my own handiwork and realised I was standing in front of the camera and then had to nip to the side.
Ange Platt follows up at first with another good bowl.
Yeah,
Just in behind. Well played. Get some high fives from her teammates.
Sophie Nadjarone close up. She's a great player, Barb. She's been going good today. No. Not sure what you're referring to, Marlene. Marlene? Might be watching it on delay.
Blue skies over there, Jimmy.
Yeah, the weather's turning for the good.
Far cry from yesterday. Just sort of drizzle set in for most of the morning. I think Cass Miller could be the happiest person I've ever met.
Yeah, she's they're losing, but she's smiling. She's just got that infectious personality.
Yeah,
Makes everyone happy around her. She's
absolutely.
great. Kate Matthews. Just drifting through.
What can Dools do?
Yeah.
On the backhand, be looking to use Ange Platt's bowl.
Close tone. It's just not turning that much on that hand. She obviously was probably slightly 2 feet quicker than she ideally would have wanted to be, but
Yep.
not a lot of turn out there. Half a rink up from yesterday. We're not right on the ditch today. Moved up. So Ferguson goes close.
Dave Ferguson might have just got a pretty fortunate result.
What's he done?
Oh, look, I mean, he played for something but got it a different way. And both the New South Wales and the Victorian guys all looked around and just sort of shrugged and said, well, you know, what can you do?
Lawn bowls, what a sport.
Yeah.
Walked off.
Still trailing though. Dean O'Neill's rank up 11-7 over Dave Ferguson. Did we ever work out where the name Thumper comes from for Curtis Handler?
No.
Nickname, I should say, not name.
Oh, playing 3D bowls there is Sam, just whacking bowls through bowls. It's a pretty fortunate result.
Ease up, Barry.
Oh, look, Jess called it a play into the head there. Goes the right way for her. And John sort of straight away says, well, I'm going to come and just play that blue and white bowler Michaela's out on the forehand. The way she's playing, you wouldn't back against her.
She's been very good today. And she is just about every time she takes the green. Good administrator too. One of the co-CEOs of Bowls New South Wales.
Don't think she's going to do it with that. And she agreed. She went, yeah, nah.
Yeah, nah.
You're allowed to miss one.
Yep. That'd be her one she'd want to take back.
Yeah, I was thinking about this last night, sort of funny things you could do in the game. I know we said, messing about yesterday. You have won a game where you can chase it down. As long as you catch it before it reaches halfway and you pick it up, you can have it back. What about nominating to take shots away from your opposition? So you say this end, rather than us get shots, whatever we get comes off.
What's the difference?
I don't know. I don't think, like I said, I only thought about it last night. Or penalties for short bowls. Anything short of the jack, you lose a shot for.
I like that.
Just encourage the attacking play. I've seen some right ones. There was, I think Ivanhoe Bowls Club ran a tournament recently where they had 2 jacks. So you could score off either jack. By all accounts, it went pretty well. The first game took a while for people to get their head around the scoring, but it's the same as that scrounger stuff where you just play where you roll the jack and you play where the jack lands.
Yep.
It's a good tactic. I've played that once, and I noticed the person I was playing against, they weren't very good on the picking up the line. Their weight control was okay. I just kept putting the jack right on the side of the rink and then just watched them send 3 of the 4 out of bounds and go, I'm no good at rolling this jack. Pretending I was aiming for the centre, but I really wasn't.
All right, what's Jess Wallace got here?
Don't think she's got the weight.
Nope, not that time.
She laughs at herself almost. And
She does. Wonder Vicks. There are a couple of the drills with the Aussie squad. They used to do that if you ever bowled a short bowl, you were going down there to pick it up, which gave you time to think about why you bowled short. So it was sort of seen as a bit of a penalty that everyone's going to see you walking down to go and pick up your bowl. Mid-green conference now for the Victorian ladies.
It's probably not a bad shout. They really need to put a string of ends together, the Vics, in this particular rink, and probably just say, what did we do? We started all right. Let's go back to that. We're at the halfway point of the game. Still plenty of time. I guess the other one's just enjoy the moment. I said that to my 9-year-old this morning on the way, and he's got his soccer game this morning. Because, Dad, I want to score today. I said, mate, just go and enjoy it, all right? You don't worry about scoring.
So Lenny's not passing today, is
no,
that what
and he goes, I'm going up front. I was like, yeah, okay. Just woke up with the me mentality.
Where does he get that from?
Oh, his mum.
What time's his game? Get him to text through some results.
Yeah, I think he was at 10 a.m. this morning.
So Lisa Phillips having quite a good day over there. They're up 12-6 over Cameron. Dawn Heyman continues on her merry way. She's been very good this weekend. She leads Cass Miller at 12-4. The match we've got here, and John's up 14-6 over Jess Wallace. That's a 10-shot margin currently to New South Wales. We're about halfway through.
So talking to some of the players in this New South Wales women's side, and the Vics last night, we had dinner with the Vic ladies. They reckon the best on ground across this series has been someone we haven't watched, Brianna Smith.
Okay.
And playing 3 for Cameron, they reckon if she doesn't win Player of the Series, then something's wrong with her voting. Is
Yeah,
exactly
right.
what Amal said to me.
Well, I think she's in the, I was going to say Emerging
Emerging.
Jackaroos or Pathway Jackaroos, one of the two. So,
I did see her. Yeah, I think the first game yesterday, I heard her name called out a fair bit. So
Yep.
she obviously must have burnt in the second game also. But I mean, look, she must have performed well because Jamie Lee was pretty good yesterday, as was Nat Narona. I think Sam Ferguson's been amazing in this game, as has Kate's been pretty consistent and Ange also.
yep.
I think you can watch it 10 more times, Fiona, and it won't get boring.
They will have had a busy night last night with all media commitments and everything else coming out of winning a gold medal.
How much longer have they got over there before they head back? Are they straight back on the plane,
I
or a
think the
couple of
closing
days?
ceremony tomorrow night. No, they'll stick around. Whether or not they attend the closing ceremony, I'm not sure, but they'll stick around until the conclusion, I'd imagine. I'll have a debrief at some stage right after the event about what went well and what they can improve on. And get the formalities out of the road, and then they'll be looking forward to getting back home. It'll be a long tour for all the players.
Yeah, they went over early, the Jackaroos, hey?
They did.
I was talking to Ali Forsyth before he went out, and he did say, because they're going out real early,
Yep.
the Aussies. It's worked for them, though.
Well, that's it. 3 golds.
I just hope they get
Swagger silvers.
hope they get time for a good Birmingham Balti before they get back on that plane. Don't sit next to them on the plane after they've had the Birmingham Balti, but pretty famous for its Indian food, Birmingham.
Yeah, well, I hope they do get that opportunity. They generally, on a tour of 3 weeks or a little bit more, they generally get sort of one day where they can go and have a bit of a look around and soak in a bit of the culture. So
there's not a lot to see in Birmingham, but
yeah,
getting a
well, they're a fair hike out of Birmingham.
yeah,
too,
45 or so minutes limit in Spa.
So, yep. So Vic's holding 1 here. Whether she got that one out as smooth as she normally does.
Yeah,
Ferguson, but
yeah, she kind of was indicating, yeah, that just came out way hotter than I thought it was going to come out.
So it looks to me to not have the trip. There you go, completely wrong.
Yeah, I'll back her to correct here, Sam. Just floating in. She likes it, Tone. She's straight after this one. Oh, didn't do a lot, that ball. See Anne John's shaking her head and putting a bit of a grimace at it, saying, what the hell happened there?
Over 60s men, Victoria leading 41 to 26. So a 15 odd shot. They played 37 ends. And just as I say that, I thought I could see the women's board, but I can't. So I'll go down and have a quick squeeze in a second. I'll wait to the conclusion of this end. Saying the standard in the under-25 development series has really lifted today.
Yeah, okay.
Particularly in the under-25 male component. It was 2 relatively strong victories to Victoria yesterday, but today is neck and neck, and
well,
all
I think
played in good spirits.
talking to Tim Cromie, who's been the side manager for the boys over there, he said that yesterday was close until sort of the last third of all games, and then Vic's just sort of put the foot down and took away. So it's following that pattern. I reckon that's a huge victory, because I looked at that under-25 side for New South Wales and went, that's pretty strong, the boys in particular. So for the Vics to win the first 2 Test series and not drop a rink is massive for them. I know we've got some good players in that side ourselves.
Testament to how strong the Victorian boys are too.
And Johns is very, very, very
lovely
close. Yeah, she grabs it. Pretty sure I could read Jessie's mind then as she walked back up the range. Jess was like, "Will you go away, Anne Johns?" I was going through her mind.
So just trying to draw it here, a touch on Ann Johns while they see it fall over and out.
She's okay here, Tone. She's pretty close. Very close.
That's the shot.
Oh, Jess Wallace.
Like I could see into the future.
Just completely mimicking Ann John's shot from before.
Yep.
I would have made a couple as well. That's what I think Sam and Anna are having a look at.
I reckon you're right. I reckon that's 2. Dave Stockham, national selector, sitting on the sidelines. Jess Wallace keeps playing bombs like that.
Yeah. I seen him with his notepad yesterday, writing down.
I was curious about that. I'd pay some money to get a look at that notepad.
I'm pretty nosy, and I looked over his shoulder at the notepad.
So Jimmy Whitehead,
the
next big thing.
Yeah. And he had, like, it was circled with stars around it, like he really wanted to remember my name.
Yeah. Well, he does remember your name.
He does. I can't believe it when he came up to me and said, "Hey, Jimmy." I said, "Oh, you must be my bowls, yeah?" "No, your commentary." "Oh, great."
Right, job to do here for Ann Johns.
Yeah, on the forehand with some aggression. Got to skirt that front one. Does.
Does it?
Oh, she gets them both.
What an absolute cracker.
Couple, she makes 2.
Wow, the standard we are seeing here, just brilliant.
It's just, there's no let up.
No, I'll go and fish some over 60 scores.
Terrific skips bowls by both Jess and Anne there. Just having that last bowl was big for Ann Johns and her rink. It's 16-6 now. Wouldn't say they're thoroughly outplaying Victoria, but they are outplaying them somewhat on this rink. Right, and Platt off to a good start again. Good evening for you, Martin, over in, or very early in the morning. What time is it? It'll be about 2 in the morning over there. Oh, great reply by Sophie Kurzman. Just drops one in. Trying to keep up with the scoreboards, but they're making a lot of changes to the, especially the Miller Cayman rink. I'm just going to leave ours as 12-8. They've got it after 13, but I think it might be wrong, but we'll copy their scoreboard. It's Ange Platt trying to get either side of hers. Just 2 good bowls. just probably wanted an extra foot on that ball to sort of land behind. Kate Matthews going to a good home for New South. Triss's come in the forehand. Even if she slightly comes under the line, she'll get into them 2 yellows of Angie's. So just drawing in nicely to the head is what she'll be trying to do. Just a smidge too tight. Weight was good there. That's exactly what Jess shouts out to Triss. Just overcorrecting there. You can see Anne and Sam sort of really weighing up what they wanted to do. I think Anne just pointed to Sam and said, we've got the ball at the back. I think we might see some positive intent from Sam here. That's what we see, but there's not a lot of give with when you play with a bit of weight on that hand. So she drifts wide. Sam will get another go at this. Michaela sort of blocks a forehand shot up, so she's definitely narrower. Sam here. She's in with a chance and might even use that last bowl of Michaela's to do so. Another bowl in the head for New South Wales, so probably got the next 3 after the shot bowl of Sophie Kurzman's for Victoria, the white one. I think Michaela needs to... Jess is calling for her to just skirt these bowls and sort of sit behind the pack. I would have been slightly tempted to play a similar shot to New South Wales and try and change the head first. If you look at it, you got Trish Doolan to the left, the white and red speckled one. I think Vic could have been a little bit more positive there, try to get to the jack first. If she plays the right weight, she'd have made 3 and completely changed the head. And when you get there first, it means you've got another bowl there. But just calling Michaela on something different. Looks like the over 60s women's game is real close. 34-35, the way of New South Wales in that one. Vic men lead in the over 60s 41-26 as Anne Johns goes crash bang wallop The jack goes right out to the side of the rink. I think Vic will hold one with Tris Doolan's white and red speckled. Plenty of room for Jess and Anne to change it. Yeah, great bowl by Jess Wallace. Superb bowl. Drills right in front of the jack. Sam's saying she thinks that New South Wales have second shot. So maybe Anne will try and remove this bowler of Jess's that she's just putting for shot. Try and make a connection with it at least. It's going to swing under here, I think. Good effort. Yeah, good ball by Jess. Draws in for a second. 2 to Victoria. Good pick up. 2 good bowls by Jess Wallace. In the overall in this one. Still a fair amount of ends to go. And Platt just matching Sophie's bowl. As you can see in the men's test, it's 41-25 to New South Wales now after 33 ends. Just giving Tris the choice of which hand she wants to play. Just draw me a close one. That's pretty much what she said. Score updates, we got time.
Well, similar to the pattern earlier, New South Wales women are up by 3, so still pretty close there, but Victorian men in the over 60s are up by about 15, so.
Yeah, right. They played well, that over 60s Victorian side.
They have, yeah. It's a quality New South Wales outfit, as we said yesterday. They got some superstars in their over 60s, but Victoria just happened to have had their measure. Righto, let's see what Kate Matthews can do. Doolan on the mat. Vic's already holding a couple. Doesn't want to take that jack back too far. Still definitely one. Our favourite's now only one. Maybe was the call from Ann Johns, as in it may be shot, but then it just fell out. And she said, maybe not. So Vic's still holding one, courtesy of the Sophie Kurzman bowl, standing up. Lovely weight from Michaela. Yep, that's the shot. Confirmed by Ann Johns. Ann Johns with a big smile says we've still got it. Well narrow. Gets an edge and in for shot, so no great applause from New South Wales. They realise it was a slightly fortunate one, but it does happen. Jess on the forehand now. Not whether it's going to come back far enough, but it is the best back. And Johns playing the conservative play, getting a bit of coverage out the back. Right, Jess Wallace find this gap. She can. I don't know whether she's pushed the jack too far. I favour it's still Victoria's shot. It is, confirmed by Sam Ferguson. See what Ann Johns has to say. Well played, Jess Wallace. She's come up with some very big bowls right at the right times. And Johns wants to come down and have a look. Currently a lead of 16-8. As we've seen throughout this match, Sam Ferguson and Ann Johns generally have a good discussion about what shot to play. More importantly, they then have the ability to play it afterwards. Righto, on the forehand. Track looks pretty good. Needs to negotiate Michaela's bowl. Nope. Couldn't quite do it. That'll be one of the VICs.
Sorry, I just walked past Barb Gilbert and someone muttered Vic open and that was game over. Weren't allowed to take another step. I think she said 2,057 times in the 1 minute I was talking to her.
She works hard to get entries, that's for sure. She'll get them.
She's so funny. I had to reset her access to Bowls Link. And
this jack could be... Oh, no, it is going to stay. There you go.
I had to reset her access to Bowls Link and change the password to Jimmy is the best, and she's still laughing about it.
All right, safe Kurzman. Opening bowl.
Some big scores on the Dawn Heyman rink next door. Looks like Cass has picked a 4 up, but Dawn's replied with a 5.
And and New South Wales are in a bit of trouble. Dawn Heyman got a little bit of good fortune and killed the end. So it could have been another big number too. That's Sophie Kurzman with her first. Get the line right, just a touch through, but really a bad thing to have a bowl behind. Ange Platt on the other hand.
It's a big round of applause from a skip.
Yep, great opening bowl.
They seem to just be taking some time out, and in there, Sam. They're just watching the under-25s. Why not? Multitasking.
They could update the scoreboard.
Oh, that'd be great.
Have to get into Anne about that afterwards. We're 2/3 of the way through this match, Jimmy. 42 of 63 ends played. It's been this sort of 10-shot buffer for New South Wales in the Open Women for a fair bit of time now. Every time Vic start to claw it back, New South Wales adds a couple back on.
They're a very good side, this New South Wales women's side. Very consistent.
There are no passengers in there, are there? Even if they've had to make a few changes due to Com Games commitments of some of their top liners, who they've brought in have been very, very good.
Do you know who misses out for the women's in the next test? Do we go through that yet or not?
No, but I will have it. So Sam Ferguson
Goes to lead.
goes to lead.
Wow.
Such as the strength of bringing back in Tash and Jen in the one rink.
So
So
that's
Sam Ferguson leads for Kate Matthews, Jen Delves and Tash Van Eldick. Sarah Boddington stays at lead. Kay Moran goes from skip to second. Ann Johns goes from skip to third. And Dawn Heyman skips. So how's that for a rink?
wow.
And then Brianna Smith, who we've been saying has been playing so well, as 3. She goes to lead for Nat Narona, Jamie Lee Warsnop and Ellen Ryan. So I mean, you could shuffle a few of those players around in positions and they would still be incredibly strong. So there's no real wrong answers.
So Ange Platt's missing out.
Yep.
As is,
Kate Walker.
yeah. Yeah, not disagreeing with the selections, just more
Yeah,
working out,
curious as to
who was in next and who was out. Oh, I said massive depth of talent. So Kayla and Kate
Kayla
Walker
Court,
both.
yep.
Okay. Michaela
Oh.
headbutts the jack into the ditch. Right. Pretty much sits on top of it as well. Great shot from Michaela, goes in with it.
So that hence a lot Victorian Open we're talking about, Jimmy. Entries are open now. If you're looking for
Something to do in November.
it
Be good
is
to see some New South Wales players down there. You make the trip across the border. Be good to see
bit
you.
of country hospitality down here in Victoria. You'll be well looked after. Get some good bowls action. Maybe even your chance to share in some of the $50,000 prize pool. It's going to stay on, but Kayla just asking that one to get a little wider. Crashes into the Ange Platt bowl. How good's this facility, Jimmy? Moama Bowls Club. If you haven't been here, it is well worthwhile. It's got absolutely everything you could possibly want.
I feel like that decking area at the back never doesn't have people sitting on it watching bowls.
True.
It's always full.
Never noticed Ann John's shoelaces, but they are big shoelaces. It's well spotted on the stream. Earl.
Now we're zooming in on shoelaces. Just trying to... I just don't know what she's trying to do there. Trying to get to that bowl of Sam's that's on the edge of the green, maybe?
Unless we've got a toucher there, she's trying to pump in, but...
Can't say we.
True. We're very impartial.
I think we've been very impartial.
We have, actually. And positive. Something new.
Yeah, I was quite glad we didn't have the commentary on for the bowls last night.
Yeah. It's probably a better option, I think. So she was pumping that one up.
That was Sophie she tipped in but stayed on, so...
Yep.
She just replaces what the shot ball was. 2 down, Sam Sanoan. She's going to walk up and have a bit of a chat because I don't think she's clear on what she wants to do. Pretty damning.
Yeah.
Having a good discussion, Sam and Ann here. Just trying to be clear in the shot that she wants her to play. Toucher Michaela's in the ditches shot. The second shot for Victoria is the green of Jess Wallace. So Anne on the backhand. She might try and draw herself just to 1 down. Or she'll try and play that bowl in a Jess's, the last one. I think she's going the Jess bowl. That's Michaela's. Oh. She nearly found a way to get to it. Another 2 for Victoria. They're slowly creeping back into this one.
So I would have said Sam Ferguson just signalled 1, but...
She signalled 2 for sure before.
Yeah, okay. This might be where some of the confusion comes from earlier. Sam Ferguson may not necessarily be signaling the shots just as in we're down, but...
Yeah, 16-11.
So 11-16. There you go.
It's pretty much, I think, what we've got. Let's wait for an update. Yep.
So back to an 8-shot margin. This is where we've spoken about Victoria just grabs a couple of shots and then New South Wales are very quick to reply. So
yeah, this is sort of where New South Wales tend to just go and win another 2 or 3 ends across the rinks.
Yep.
But if Victoria can win the next 2 or 3 ends and get it back down to 4 or 5,
this thing changes completely.
Yep. And they've got to keep believing that, keep thinking that. It's been a tough few days for the VICs, but just got to keep plugging.
It's what the crowd wants.
Well, look, there's plenty to play for as well. They'll obviously meet New South Wales in a couple of months again up at the Nationals, so you can take a test off them and it's 2-1, and there's a bit of doubt in New South Wales' mind. Oh, yeah, okay, they took one off us. It's all about that bigger goal of the Marge Morris. Sophie Kurzman, just missing the jack. That's a very good home.
Yep.
The same with the men's test, isn't it? Like, if Vic can jag a game off them, just creates that seed of doubt for when they do play them at the Nationals.
Yep. Yep. And Platt should be very happy with that. 2 rippers was the call from Sam Ferguson. we go. Signal as the shot bowl.
Stuff by Tris. Oh, Kate Matthews with a great reply there.
Touches the jack over to Ange Platt's bowl. Whether it'll be good for 2. Certainly 1.
Good effort by Tris there.
Aaron T's continuing on his merry way over there. He leads 20-5. It's over Brett Marnie.
Lee Schreiner leading 18-15 over Matty Flapper.
Yeah, that one's close. And again, I can't see the Dean O'Neill rink. We'll get that score for you.
Kate Matthews again, just so consistent. 13-12. Dean O'Neill.
There we go. So
down.
13-12 down against Dave Ferguson. So close one there. So a couple of close ones and just the one rink of Aaron T's that's managed to get a hold of the VICs, making the difference.
Sam opting for some coverage there as a sort of pack of 3 Victorian bowls. That's what Michaela's trying to jag over to. Jess is interested in this one. It's just not turning. She shakes her head at it.
Just doesn't seem to come back as far on that hand, does it?
Hand's cold.
That's something not working like it should.
Sam just repeating her dose. They're pretty confident the VICs are trying to get the jack out there. There is, if you can catch the yellow, you can get the jack through that hole there. Sits where Michaela is standing now. You could make a few. It's like Michaela's listening to me.
She is tuned into your telestrator.
Jack into that hole here is real good. She's got to make contact with the corner of the yellow here to make that happen. Of course, there is Michaela on the bottom left, winning the VIC Open. There's the difference in how long ago since we last played it. She looks a lot younger in that photo there, Michaela, than she does on the green right now. Yeah, it's Jess mentally overcompensating for what she saw Michaela's bowl do there. Michaela's sort of stuck wide. Hero shot, Barry. I'm sure you would have got it, mate. Yeah, she just overcompensated a bit. Easy done.
Still got one more go at it. Of course, that could all change pending this Ann Johns bowl.
I think they've got fair coverage there, except having one in that sort of hole, which I sort of try to allude to in the drawings, but it's tough to get one in there.
Yep.
I do think that Anne could come on the backhand maybe and try and get inside that bowl of Michaela's, but maybe just wanted to stay away from the head completely. Right, see if Jess can adjust. She's on a wider line. She looks okay here, Tone. Very close.
Good track.
Oh, just... I sort of felt she was a few feet short halfway down, but that's why it sort of whipped at the end, and to be honest, she probably wouldn't have got the jack far enough with that weight. Cracking effort, though.
Maybe after this game, we go and measure the loop on Ann Johns' shoelaces. Take the average of all the people on the rink. See just how big it is compared to average.
Don't think she's got the legs.
No, it was the kind of one where you want to.
As Sam Ferguson has the curling stick out. Just the one for New South.
It's the kind of one where you want to play it, but you don't want to. Came around, picks up another 3. 16-13 now. Lisa Phillips had a bit of a lead, but Kay's just managed to get a few shots back. So as we were saying earlier, Jimmy, just as Victoria starts to get a little closer, New South Wales pulls away.
They just have a knack of doing it across the men's and the women's. Just consistently keeping Victoria at arm's length, and whenever they try and jump within that arm, they just push it back out.
Yep. Dawn Heyman picks up another couple too. So 9-19. Lisa Phillips up 16-13. And Jess Wallace trailing 11-17 here.
What have I done here? What have I done here?
Just go undo, undo, undo. We'll put it back in. But
I don't think that's me. Brad. I'm going to do all that again.
well, you can do redo.
Oh. Oh, I think we might have fixed our scoreboard issue, and unfortunately it was user error. I'm an idiot.
So now you've got to add 3 back onto camera.
Nah.
Be good if we could just take them off like that.
Oh, it's all kicking off in the under 25s. I reckon half of this game is watching that game.
Must have been an absolute belter of a bowl too, because it got everyone up and about.
Mel Brooks. So I think they're trading blows. It looked like, I think it's Brianna. I think I was shouting her name, and then Mel Brooks has just undone her good work.
I feel like Mel Brooks gets up and about a bit. She seems to be quite vocal, which I enjoy.
Yeah, you're right, Barb. 2 crackers again by Ange Platt. A very handy game. So the over in that under 25s test, the boys have gone a clean sweep for Vic. They've won that test and won both rinks again. 19-6 in the pairs and 27-4 in the fours. In the girls, of which it's 1 apiece after 2 tests, the Vic girls won the pairs 24-20. They currently lead 15-10 in the fours with 3 ends left to play. So they look pretty on course, because if it's a tied 1 apiece in the disciplines, you add the go on the overall. So they'd be 9 ahead on the overall as well. So they've just got to defend 9 shots in 3 ends, and they'll take a win.
Might go and grab some over 60 scores.
I'll go get some sun.
All right, so they, I reckon, 55, 56 ends in, so not too far off. They're even a bit ahead of what's happening in here. So. Good effort there, Doolan. Just falls the wrong way. Probably brings it back to 1 to New South Wales. See what Sam Ferguson can do. Hence like Dreamline XGs. One in, one out. Michaela Long coming down. Also using a Henselite XG. This is the shot looking to take. There's the shot bowl out. Jack moves over to Doolan's bowl, so that's ideal. Or just draw it cold. Well done, Michaela Long. Great bowl. Where it's sitting, a little nudge on it. Slight nudge will get the Jack over to Doolan, so they can make 2. Sam Ferguson has just blocked that one up. Still holding 1 to Vic's, as confirmed by Jess Wallace. Jess just pausing and half giving an instruction. No, and now changing, so wants her to stay on the same hand. Okay, so asking her to get to the yellow. Can use the yellow. If you get in behind it, that's almost the ideal option to try and block up that for New South Wales. He doesn't really want to hit her own bowl here. Oh, stiff not to get any contact there. Well played. Oh, Ian Johns. Touch her on the jack, moves it through. Not yet confirmed whether or not this is still Victoria's shot or shot to New South Wales, courtesy of Sam Ferguson's bowl. My favourite still Victoria, but all right, we can see scores on screen of our matches that are being played today. The more I look at, we might actually have one of those around the wrong way. The Schraner, Flapper and Tees Marnie scores are switched around. It's interesting, on an 8-rink green we're only using 6 rinks today, so the scoreboards that players are using don't actually line up with their rinks too well, so we'll fix that one up. And Johns looks to be going through, so no change there. Let's see what Jess Wallace can do with her last bowl. So as I was updating the scoreboard, it looked like they elected not to play it, which makes perfect sense. So 1 to Victoria. 12-17. Hey, Moran's picked up another 2. Picked up 6 shots in the last 3 ends on that Moran rink. Jimmy's returning with some over 60 scores as we see Sophie Kurzman just with a little kiss on the jack.
Done the same as you, mate. Got stuck talking. I forgot what I looked at. Now, the men in the over 60s, it's pretty much done and dusted. It's about 18 the difference. Or 15 even, sorry. The way of Victorian men, the over 60s, there is one shot in it. The way of the New South Wales ladies at the moment.
There you go. Been close all day, that one. Can see quite a number of them now in their polo shirts out there. The sun's out, so they're started to warm up a little.
Yep.
It's one of the first times we've seen New South Wales in their traditional strip. Of course, they've gone a navy blue hoodie, which is, of course, Victorian colours, so I don't know how they get away with that. Good to see them in their polo shirts back in their traditional strip.
Kay Moran has gone in front of Lisa Phillips now, or is that? Yeah, that's right.
Just has now, yeah. She's picked up 6 shots in the last 3 ends, and now with the 2 there is 8 in 4 ends. So there's a big turnaround. New South Wales and the under-25 team have just done some good things.
So the reason why it was so loud the end before over there was Victoria are effectively defending 9 across 3 ends, and New South were holding 6.
Oh, wow.
And Mel Brooks drew shot.
Oh.
But I've just seen a stack of bowls come out the head over there now. So the defending 9 in 3 ends, Victoria to win. I reckon it was 3 to New South then.
Okay. Doolan comes down with a nice bowl. I was talking to somebody earlier, and they're saying Indy Conlon had a couple of big saves over the last couple of matches too, where the Victorian boys were holding 6s and 7s, and he managed to cut it down to 1 a couple of times. So.
Is that someone else that they've stole from another state? Was he from Queensland or something?
Not too sure.
Yeah, I reckon he was. Oh, here he is. Mr. Ian Ewing, the state coach. Any good, JR? Yeah, someone said it was your fault. I seen you were 10-0 down.
So the other thing I noticed here, Jim, is you look across the New South Wales women's ranks. It's Michaela Long comes in with another bowl. Jack through, well played. They are really one out with their skippers down at the head end. They generally always have skipper and 3 or someone down there. Kay Moran has Brianna down there with her, and we've seen Sam Ferguson often down with Ann Johns.
You know why? They're just enjoying the freedom. They're not allowed to do that in their pennant.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they're rebelling.
For what reason are they not allowed to do it?
They've wrote into their conditions of play that the thirds aren't allowed down the head.
Yeah, right.
Something like that anyway.
That's interesting. Why would
Because
you do that?
that was one of the first things I got asked. Oh, is there any restriction on movements?
I get if it's delaying play, but that's covered in the law book anyway. But yeah, okay, that's interesting.
So now it's 2022 in Victoria, so. Sorry, I reckon it's the first dig at New South Wales I've had the whole weekend. So.
Yes. No, well played. Sam Ferguson gets a
result.
Edge through. I actually like the idea of teamwork.
Correct.
And the opportunity to discuss things. One, I think it makes people play better bowls because they're getting a second opinion. They don't have to agree with it. They don't have to do it, but they at least get more information to make a more informed decision.
It's the way I skip. Like, I listen to everyone's input if I'm skipping. Yeah. If the lead wants to put someone in there, yeah, we're a team. Let's do it together.
Absolutely.
Need another one in the head is effectively what I'm saying to Sam here. So if we lose yours, we're 4 down.
Yep. So the aim is to get the Kate Matthews bowl up and over.
Oh, they are allowed at the head, you reckon? They do have some weird restriction, though, on some movement. Because I got asked about 10 times yesterday morning.
I mean, the last thing you want is anyone delaying the game, but particularly when it's on purpose just to try and annoy people. But I think that's just part of the new game now.
Bottom one can't be right. Oh, yeah. That can't be right. It's not right. 22-8. She's so Scottish, Kay. She's unbelievably Scottish. Men's scores, Craig. Looks like Dean O'Neill's rink is 17-12 down against Dave Ferguson. Lee Schreiner leads Maddie Flapper 20-17. And Aaron Tees leads Brett Marnie 22-8. And Johns with an ultra aggressive shot there. And it comes off.
Yeah.
It couldn't have really come off any better either.
Yeah, wow. She can do no wrong, Ann Johns.
It's kind of... Oh, it was brave.
No, that's the shot she's playing for. There's no doubt about her. Simon Collardhouse is not freezing here, but if anybody else is freezing, let us know. But it could be at your end, I think, Simon.
I'm freezing, I know that for a fact.
You're doing the robot dance.
Oh, Jess.
It's a good effort.
Cracking effort.
There you go. A little bit of reverse at the end.
There is some reverse here.
There we go. Barbara Green will give us some good info.
Yeah. Right, lead, second, third can't come down to the head until after the second bowl. Third can stand at the head before the jack is rolled, but once they go down to the head to play the first bowl, they can't come back until after the second bowl. Skip can go down after the first. Skips must walk down. Oh, my head hurts. That's all I know. My head hurts reading that. And Johns trying to play the toucher of Sam Ferguson into the ditch and just missing. They'll pick a couple up. Yeah, right. What are they trying to do with that rule? I assume cut down on game time, maybe? The one that sticks out to me there is the skips must walk down together.
Together, yeah.
They have to hold hands or skip as they
maybe
go. Or
part of the unification. Oh, Mel Brooks, I reckon, has just played another bomb. They almost take each other out with a high five. Note to self, streaming under 25 game next time.
Yeah.
Lovely opener by Ange Platt. She's been very good. The first couple of ends, maybe just first end or two was very good. A couple of ends off, and then since then has been absolutely on fire. Jess Wallace just removed something from the green in the nick of time.
It's funny, I seen someone throw a coin on the green earlier. I don't know what they were doing, but no one picked it up, and then I forgot about it. So I don't know if it was that coin. Yeah, I don't know how much delay in play that would... Like, if a skip's waits until the other skip sends their bowl to then walk down. I think there's smarter ways of doing... Well, I don't know. Yeah. Who knows?
I mean, I get it. Like, Sam Ferguson now, when she walks back, you know, we're waiting 12 seconds that she walks from one end to the other. But
yeah. I just think we're a pretty over-officious sport anyway. Just keep chucking more rules in there. I get you trying to shorten the game time, but you're also bringing that second part of frustrating people more, and they've got to learn more rules or know more things. So a new bowler coming in has then got to learn all of that. I know, apples and oranges really. It's just everyone's a bit different on it.
good track from Doolan. Yep.
It's also just one aspect of something that can be different with anything else. Breaks, do you take breaks? Do you, how many ends you got? Like, so many discussion points.
So much variation all over the place.
Yeah, good stuff by Kay. Adds just behind.
Yep. Jess Wallace says he's still holding. Get to the yellow. Another good ball from Doolan. Lisa Phillips picks up a shot and gets it back to 17 all. So if you get to the green is really good, was the comment on the call from Jess Wallace. Wanting something in behind the jack. Gonna need to hurry.
Quite got the legs.
There's a bit of danger here for Victoria. A little touch on the jack goes back to a collection of New South Wales bowls.
We know she's going to be close.
She hasn't missed much, that's for sure. Even with those extraordinary large shoelace loops.
Changes how it looks as well, makes it probably easier to get to. Doesn't have to go with as much weight this time, and with the next one.
So if it wasn't too earlier, it definitely is now.
So Jess Wallace needs to get to that pack of bowls out the back of New South, of Angela Platt and Kate Matthews.
She go the aggressive play and try and tuck the jack behind.
I think you got to go
too
cover.
risky.
Yeah, you just got to go for some cover.
Down 18 on the master board now.
I'm not sure if New South want the presentation, you know. I want to get on the bus. I've got a 1 p.m. bus booked.
Yes.
Was it 3 hours to the airport from here?
Yeah, thereabouts. Maybe not quite.
It's 6 p.m. flight.
Yeah, plenty of time.
Oh,
1 p.m. bus is ambitious for a 9 a.m. 9:15 start.
I think they'd made a story up that it was an 8:30 start, despite everything saying 9:15.
No, they should have plenty of time. Oh, 2.5 hours. Heaps of time.
Laughing.
Oh, I missed it.
Oh no, same. Sorry.
Jack out of bounds. Reset. Good hit by Ann Johns. Which will mean this will be the last rink off. There's one over there that says 16 ends, but killed a few down there, so it could be true. Kept us entertained, Barbara. Yeah, lovely weight from Ange Platt.
They've got us playing 19 ends on this scoreboard as well. I can run 19 or not?
I'll go and check.
Get the over 60s ladies score while you're at. It was 18 ends. We were right. Tristana join Sophie Kurzman and the jack on this one. Just one to forget for Tris there. Just gives an apology to a skip. Afternoon, Joyce, from Port Macquarie. Watching the climax of this test series, which New South Wales currently lead 2-0 and are looking like they're going to make it 3-0. Similar in the men's. It's almost an identical score, 59-38 the way New South Wales in that one. Tony's just off getting us some over 60 scores. It looked like the men were going to make it a 3-0 sweep to Victoria in the men's over 60s, and in the women's was, last time we heard, one shot in front was the over 60s New South Wales women's side. That one apiece after the 2 test series yesterday. Michaela grabs the jack there. Good stuff. The under 25s. There's a killed end there. The over 60s won't be on, Joyce, that they're playing out on the grass, and it's the last test. They're out on the grass as the selectors for both sides wanted them out there for this final game today. They don't get a lot of test series in the over 60s. This is the only one that our side play in Victoria, so I think with the Nationals in mind in October, which has been played at Broadbeach, they want to get them some practice together out on the grass. They come and made that request late last night, so we switched things around. Tony was getting scores. I don't know where he's gone missing to. It's Michaela. That's another one in for Vic. 2 superb bowls by her. And John's with some work to do again. Close. Very good bowl. Good second shot for New South Wales. Jess is trying to get under. That'll be Sophie Kurzman's bowl that comes forward, but not into the count. Running into the short ones. How do we go, Tone? Who's in front in the Titanic tussle in the women's over 60s game?
Well, I'll give you the non-exciting one first, which is in the men's over 60s. Victoria, they've still got a rink going or so, but they'll have a relatively comfortable victory. But I can tell you in the women's over 60s, it was 52 shots apiece.
Oh, wow.
Last end, last bowl, Victoria holding 2. New South Wales gets one in the head, but couldn't get it. Could only cut it down to 1. So the Vics get up in the over 60s women's.
Oh, amazing. They won by 1 shot.
1 shot.
Oh, so they'll take a 2-1 win
Yep.
in the overall. Amazing stuff.
52 shots apiece. All rinks done bar 1. Last bowl was close to getting it.
Wow.
Oh, it's exciting out there. And then the under 25s are still
They keep killing ends.
pumping away.
Oh. Oh. Just the one.
It looks like the over 60s men, another rink has just completed. They're shaking hands, but as we said, it'll be a comfortable victory to Victoria. It'll be about the 15, 16 shot margin all told, barring what happens in the last end or so. And as we said, the over 60s women's was 52 apiece. The last end being played, and Victoria was holding 2. New South Wales cut it back to 1, but couldn't quite get there. So Victoria will take a 1-shot victory in the over 60s women's. In the open men, Brett Marnie's trailing Aaron Tees 11-23. And Matt Flapper's just gone down to Lee Schreiner 17-23. And Dean O'Neill is trailing Dave Ferguson 13-19. So as Jimmy tries to warm his legs up.
Pretty freezing out.
So it looks like that'll be a victory to New South Wales men in open company. And here we're looking at a 17-shot margin to New South Wales women. So what it might look like, Jimmy, when the day's all said and done, is Victoria win the under 25s, the over 60s, but New South Wales
In the open.
win the open company.
We only really came for the over 60s and under 25s anyway, didn't we?
That's what it's all about. That's the
Yeah.
big show. Yeah, well played, Angela Platt.
Yeah, it's gone good. How many are they defending over there now in that under 25s game? I'll try and just get my head onto that scoreboard.
Yep.
I reckon New South need a 6 to win overall. They're 1 behind, but lost the other rink by 4 and need a clear win.
Doolan on the mat now. Pumps one through, but New South Wales still holding a couple at least. 2 and a measure. Probably 3, the more I look from that angle. Just asking it to run it out. I've cut the margin back to 1. Seeing Ferguson now on the mat. So Michaela changing hands. Asking it to stay wide. It's just going to cut the head. Trying to get a picture as to what's happening on the under 25s. It's getting tense. Jimmy's just out there trying to work out what the various options are. Victoria are trying to protect a 6-shot lead. Back to play here. Jess Wallace sends one down. Not going to come back from there though. All right, what can Ann Johns do? There we go. So it looks like the VICs have taken out the under 25s in the girls as well, women. Jess Wallace comes in for second shot. And Johns is trying to take this jack back to the waiting Nerona and Platt bowls. Just not going to turn. So 1 to New South Wales. It is the 19th end done. It is now wait for them to update the scoreboard.
I reckon that was how many?
It was only one, but we have 1913, they have 1912, so we'll just double check. 2013 now, after 20 ends. So last end, we look one rink over Cass Millerick up against Dawn Heyman. They're on their last end. Over the other side of the green, which we can't really see too well from here, is Aaron Tees against Brett Marnie, and they're on their last end also. So. Some cheers going around. The over 60s men for Victoria have got up. They just had their team huddle at the end. The big shouts of thunder. And Platt just overcorrecting her line slightly. Let's see what Sophie Kurzman can do. Jack back is A1. Yep, even gets applause from Ann Johns to go with the applause from Jess Wallace. Lovely bowl. Not a bad spot for Kate Matthews too. Anything behind is pretty good. Vic's holding one. Let's see what Trish Doolan can do. All right. Kate Matthews again through to the back. Trish Doolan on the back end. Looking to give Sophie Kurzman's bowl a mate. And anything past is good. Oh, Nat Sam Ferguson, I should say. Absolute cracker of a bowl, but unfortunately just kicks the jack a touch too far. Back to the Sophie Kurzman bowl. Jess Wallace saying it's 2 to Vix, so the Trish Doolan bowl also in the count. Asking Mikada to come on her forehand. She tips over Sophie Kurzman's bowl. That's not a bad option, but another one on the count is the aim. One just short. What's Sam Ferguson done here? The track is really good. Does it have the speed? Just a touch shy. Jess Wallace just saying add another metre or so. Anything behind is really good. Correct, Karen. Yes, she's in Kay Moran's rink. Michaela just colliding into her first bowl. So Vic's still holding 2. As the Cass, Millerick, Dawn Heyman, Rink are all shaking hands. They haven't updated the scoreboard, so they're still showing 19 ends at this stage. But righto, Ann Johns on the mat now. Well, a little edge off a front bowl. That one gets through. Just have to double check if Ann John's bowl is still live. Yep, must be. Sam Ferguson puts a little spray of toucher chalk on it. In favour Kate Matthews' bowl is now the shot bowl. Jess Wallace will have something to say about that though. She has 2 pills to come. Bit short with that one, so Jess will look to correct with her next. Unfortunately, we don't know the score on Dorney's rink. They haven't updated the scoreboard for the last 2 ends. But it's 21-11 after 19 ends to Dawn Heyman over Cass Millerick, so there was no large numbers picked up. So it'll be a victory to Dawn Heyman, there's no doubt. So Jess Wallace, pressure on now. Trying to follow the track down of Ann John's last bowl. Looks to be hot. Yep, there we go. Just counts in at the back, so they're saying it's 1 to Victoria at an early guess. They may want to just put a tape on it to make sure. No, Sam Ferguson happy with the finger measure, so 1 to Victoria in the final end here of the New South Wales v Victoria Test Series. We still don't have a score from Dorney Heyman's last couple of ends. In fact, they've now wiped the entire scoreboard, so there you go. So that makes that almost impossible for us to give you a total final score, but it has been a victory to New South Wales women and New South Wales men in open company. We thank you very much for joining us with our coverage of this series. We've seen some stellar play from some very talented teams, all getting ready in their preparations for the Nationals in October. Coming to you from Broadbeach Bowls Club, where Victoria and New South Wales will do battle once again. I thank Moama Bowling Club for hosting us and powering the stream today. Of course, Brad from SEN, who's put together a fantastic production. Our players have been very good. And of course, Jimmy Whitehead in commentary, who's now off doing some hosting duties. With that, we will bid you good afternoon, and we look forward to joining you next time. Thank you very much.